All right, thank you, Paul. And you will see a little bit of difference in this one, just so you know, so you don't think, oh man, these models, once again, these are all hypothetical, there's no decisions being made, no influence, no anything. This is just seeing different ways that things are done throughout our state. The later bloomer, and this is someone who never got their master's degree. They had their bachelor's for 10 years, and typically on most salary schedules, depending on what district you're in, eventually you stop seeing any step increase and any salary increase because they want to motivate you to get your master's. So typically you cap out somewhere with the bachelor's, so we wanted to try and capture that person as well. So we kind of assumed that for their first 10 years they had their bachelor's, they hit kind of that cap on the salary schedule, and then they got their master's, and then they just said, you know what, I don't want to get my plus 3. And that's okay, that's their choice, but we want to try to capture that person that kind of lived on the master's channel for the rest of the way. So as we look at that, you'll notice once again the career earnings, lifetime earnings are going to be lower here because they never made it over to the plus 30 channel, but you'll also notice we do now have some different retirement numbers because they never lived on that plus 30 channel like the first 3 teachers that we had. They're going to see a different retirement benefit. It's going to be lower because they never realized that higher 3 years consecutive average. So as we look at that, you'll notice we have the 6,313, 6,377. Some of these numbers got a little closer. Once again, these are all hypothetical salary schedules. So as it was dispersed throughout the salary schedule, you'll kind of see that difference. Then we go here, and I'll just kind of jump to the summary slide here. You'll notice that in retirement, the 35-year schedule actually is the one that came out here by a nose. It was pretty tight there, the late bloomer. We had to go to the photo finish, and the photo finish showed that they did come out with a little bit of a higher retirement benefit. And you notice that the 20-year salary schedule actually went from what was third to last, because once again, the way those things go, like Paul said, it's the same pie, right? From kind of researching this, the pie is the same, and it's how you're going to cut the pie. And when you cut the pie 20 ways, it's a little easier to portion that out and get money earlier, so to speak, than cutting it 35 ways. When you have to cut it 35 ways and do all that, obviously you're slicing up the same pie in a different way. So you may have that higher end number, which is great. Depending on how you can get those last 3 years to average out, that's how it's going to impact retirement. So we did actually see that the 20-year in this did actually still come out ahead in these 2 categories, but the retirement benefit was a little different with the 35-year schedule. So that's really the way those things came up.